brand new brew pub in El Cajon. We've been open for about a month. We got our soft open on 4th of July actually. We've been going for like 5 weeks now, and it seems to be going well. I've been turning tanks, which is a good thing. So we're still got fresh beer, thankfully. Let's see. We got Urban, North Park. We've got Gang, Kitchen, Basic, both downtown, and they all have been serving our beer for about 3 months now. And that's been huge in keeping the beer going and keeping the yeast alive and just, making money.
Right.
This is a very different pizza place than most of the, I hadn't had a nice thin crust pizza when I moved out here until I went to Urban and Vista.
Right.
And I was really excited because they're it's really nice pizza. It's like the Connecticut, New Haven style. It's something you don't see a lot of. I've in Texas before, in Minnesota, and now California. And that East Coast pizza really is my favorite.
Right.
Plus, I'm just working with some pros like John, the guy who started the Urban restaurants. He's been in the business for a long time. Alex, my other partner, who was the old executive chef at Stone, which is where we met.
Right.
And I've been brewing for 8 years now. We're in a completely different territory than most of the pubs out there. We're really in East County. We're kind of the only brewery that has has a large kitchen.
Right.
Alpine's great; they make great food. But
sure.
If a tour bus comes through, that's not going to happen.
They're done.
Yeah. So we have groups. We got this huge room where we have events. And we're really looking forward to seeing some tour buses come through soon, so we can really start growing up some lunchtime business and stuff like that. And I'm kind of bringing a different style of beer, I guess, than some of the other places. I'm just really big on process and kind of balance and nuance. I just mentioned I'm making a double IPA. It's definitely a little different. It's a lot more hoppy than what I've been doing. Our IPA is kind of a West Coast, East Coast hybrid. We've got a brown that's just, I think, goes really well with food. We've got a Saison that's a little different than most of the Saisons I've seen out here. So really light, clean, not clean, light, funky, got some good hop flavor, a little bitter. So yeah, I think I love all the flavors that malt can provide.
Sure.
And in San Diego, it's kind of an uphill battle, obviously.
Yes.
So all these are kind of traditional-ish British styles or Belgian, but West Coasted. They're a lot drier, a bit more hoppy than you would expect to find. So I'm trying to find a middle ground. The West Coast IPA road has been walked down a lot.
Yes.
I don't think I can really differentiate myself particularly in that market. But so I've got a nice kind of balanced, it's got some good malt flavor to it, but it's still dry. Some good biscuits, honey flavor, stuff like that, in addition to some New Zealand and West Coast hops.
All right.
In particular, I think the Saison right there goes really well with some of the richer, heavier, because it's light, effervescent, really cleans the palate. The brown, I think, goes with everything, especially like the sausage and pepper and stuff like that. IPA, not good. When we decided to do this, I decided we were going to. This is a restaurant as well, and I want to make sure that this food goes well with this beer goes well with food.
Right.
That's a big thing to me.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, we have 28 taps right now.
Okay.
We try and keep the East County contingent represented pretty well.
Sure.
Just a really good sampling. It's El Cajon, so it's hot. People like their light beers. So we've got a pretty good Kolsch through kind of blonde cream ale, pretty big stable of those.
Right.
So those move really well.
Okay. Any plans to do the other side of things and the lagers and pilsners, or?
Yeah, we're still figuring out what our capacity is right now. I can't quite afford to tie up a tank for as long as it necessarily takes to do a lager right now. But I'm hoping once we have all our kegs and all that, I can just go break guns, brew, and then carve out that 3 to 4 weeks. That would be right.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I definitely love a good lager.
Sure. Yeah.
So I started out when I was 24, Yeah, 24. I was just working in the grocery store. I guess I started homebrewing well before that, but I was working in the grocery store.
Yeah.
No, I've been doing this for about 9 years now. I started working, I did an American Brewers Guild program. Did that like distance kind of education, so I didn't have to quit my job or anything.
Right.
Kind of got my foot in the door that way. Worked, interned at Live Oak Brewing Company in Austin, making my favorite beers in Austin at the time.
Sure.
Got a job on bottling line at BeerAlien Brewing Company. Spent about half a year out there, and then meanwhile I was also working at a liquor store called the URBN down in Austin. They actually just opened their own brewery a little while ago in this tiny space. I'm super excited to try their beer.
Nice.
It's crazy, like it's a whole converted convenience store.
Okay.
Just, like they put about 5 businesses into somehow.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But so I got to try a lot of beer at URBN, and so I kind of managed to really kind of get a grasp of where the scene was at in like 2004, 2005.
Right.
Really hunker down that way, and that was awesome. Like I got some good experience there. Like I was also drinking a lot at the Draft House down in Austin.
Okay.
They kind of like they had the best list, and they were also brewing their own beer. So
Right.
that was maybe one of the big inspirations. Like when I started, I was like, I want to open a brew pub. I want to like have a community center and like have like food and have watch people drink my beer. You know?
Yeah.
But then I got a job up in Minnesota at Surly Brewing Company in Brooklyn Center, just outside of the Twin Cities.
Okay.
And just worked there for about 5.5 years. Learned a lot from Todd Howard, their head brewer there.
Sure.
Just met my wife, like bought a house, like did the whole thing, like, and then kind of realized that I'm not from Minnesota, and it's really cold.
Oh yeah.
And so we talked about it, decided to move back out to San Diego, where my wife is originally from.
Okay.
And got a job at Stone Brewing up in Escondido. Worked there for just under 2 years, like a year and 3/4, something like that.
Right.
Met a lot of great people, had a good time, learned a lot about like pushing beer through, like how to optimize, not just make good beer, but make it fast.
Yep.
And so it's definitely a very good education there too.
Oh, absolutely.
Then found out Alex was leaving to start a brew pub.
Hey, good. Awesome.
Yeah, sent him a cover letter with Show John, and we all hit it off pretty quick. So
Nice.
the rest is history.
Cool.
We'll be expanding our menu a bit.
Yeah.
Right now, it's still kind of a soft open menu, and it's a great menu. But like we're gonna like try and expand the offerings a little bit as I have more time to brew something other than our core beers. Hopefully, we'll be having a few more taps on all the time. Like
Right.
have a little more variety. But I think we've got a great range right now. It kind of
think so,
covers
yeah.
all the bases.
Yeah.
But I'd like to do some like historical beers,
Right.
and like some just fun experimental stuff.
Sure.
We just filled those yesterday, actually. They're Pizzeria Rosé barrels from Russian River, not Russian River.
Right.
And they are second use, I think, and we just put a bunch of our saison in there with some bread twop as well. So we're hoping to have a nice, like funky, like bone dry saison. I mean, it's already dry, but I want it just
Yeah.
dusty.
It'll be very champagne-y.
Yeah.
Nice. That'll work.
Yeah, I'm psyched.
So, if you were to come in and order pizza for yourself, what's your favorite pizza here?
I'd probably get a pint of brown and get the sausage and peppers.
Okay.
That's really good.
That sounds
Gorgonzola on there.
Yeah. Nice.
Pretty much every day after I finish my shift, I have a summer. It's about 4% alcohol.
Right.
Like lots of good flavor, but dry. It's not
Nice.
cloying, so I
Yeah.
knock a couple of those back pretty
You'd be
easy.
surprised how many people will refuse to answer them.
That's my shift beer every time. And like I take my saison home,
Absolutely.
Like a lot of the time I'm pretty proud of it. So.
Yeah. Nice. They definitely look good.
Yeah, we're not filtering at all. We're just doing finding in the right tank. Just give it a little time. They turn out pretty nice. Oh man, well, I mean, session is already almost a cliche at this point. I think we're getting. I think the next real thing is that we're hopefully going to kind of drift back towards like the pre-2006 alcohol levels for our styles a little bit. Like I want to see like an IPA that's 6% and not have it called a session IPA. Like,
Yes, exactly.
I mean, I love some of the beers that are called session IPA and are 6%, but to me that's an IPA.
Yeah.
Like that's just crazy talk to me.
Right.
But yeah, I would just like to see like a broader range of alcohol choices and not have it just be like the niche. Like we've got one session beer.
Right.
Like have a 5% brown next to a 6%
Sure.
IPA.
Yeah.
Next to
That's
me.
I could agree with that. That would work.
Yeah, eventually. We there's only so much space back there.
Sure.
We've only got 4 fermenters and a larger brew house than we need. So I mean, it'd be nice to down the line, like sooner than later, maybe. Hopefully, get a place with some actual space that's designed to be a brewery that has graded floors.
Right.
So I'm not squeegeeing all day.
Sure.
I mean, definitely keep this going.
Yeah.
Do the fun stuff here.
Yeah.
But I'd love to kind of step up to a slightly larger system where we can brew more than twice a week.
Right. That sounds good.
Yeah, we're definitely. I mean, like I love. I think our architect killed it. I mean,
Yeah.
this place is very different from how it used to look. I mean, originally it was a Hollywood video, and then
Okay.
yeah, and then
That's hard to picture, but okay.
yeah, no, like if you go up into the drop ceiling, like you still can see like the little like those Hollywood video, like they had the runners on top, like
Right.
like with the lights in the Hollywood Hills.
Sure.
It's still up there.
Oh, okay.